Hey, this is your boy Kenny Braswell with 5 Flow, 5 minutes of motivation and not much more. Hey, this week I got a chance to watch one of my all-time favorite movies, Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. And in that movie, there's a scene, and I've heard the phrase that is used in this scene several times over the last couple of weeks. And the scene is when Eddie Murphy comes out and he actually puts bananas in the tailpipe of the cops who's trying to follow him. And there's this line in the movie that says, "I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe." And whenever you hear that saying, it actually means something to the folks who understand that scene in the movie. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa, this would be a great 5 Flow. And so today what I want to do is I want to talk to you about 5 things that you can learn from a banana in your tailpipe. But before we do this, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the scene, check this out.
Can I get some extra mayo?
Certainly, sir.
Thank you.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
There's the Mercedes. We get rid of that stuff? What the hell are you doing?
Oh yeah, it's a classic. So let's get to the 5 things that you can learn from a banana in your tailpipe. The first thing is that it can happen when you're distracted. Sometimes in our lives, we allow things to distract us away from our goals and away from the things that we're trying to accomplish. And oftentimes those things can look like people in our lives who put doubt in our heads, who put fear in our heads, who distract us with gossip, distract us with information that's irrelevant. Sometimes it can come from your fleshly wants, things that you actually desire in your life that can always serve as a distraction away from that thing that you're trying to accomplish. And sometimes they're just kind of things and situations that can happen that are just distracting. And so you got to be really careful about that thing that takes you off your grind. I always use this term, stay in your lane. Don't be so mesmerized by the things that are taking place outside of your lane, because sometimes those things outside of your lane could actually take you off your purpose. And so don't be fooled by the banana in your tailpipe. Number 2, it stalls your progress, and so sometimes when that happens, it messes up your system of progress. And when you're trying to do something, it can actually stall your purpose. It can stall your passion. It can stall your goals. It can stall where it is you're trying to go. And so when you allow those things to get into your system and the things to actually impact the normality of what it is you're trying to do, it could also stall you and sometimes even stop you right in your tracks. And as you saw in the scene, sometimes that stalling can actually put you in a place of danger. And so you have to be very mindful that A, you don't allow people to distract you off your mark, and 2, that you understand that distraction can actually stall you from the very thing that you're trying to accomplish. Number 3, sometimes the people closest to you won't see it coming either. You have to be very mindful about the people who are in your lives, right? Surrounding yourself with yes people, people who agree with everything you say, and people who agree with everything you do, and people who are just yayers, right? People, many of us on social media, right, are always seeking likes and we're seeking comments because we want validation to the things that we're doing and the work that we're trying to accomplish. But sometimes when someone is trying to sneak up behind you and serve as a distraction or serve as something that's trying to detour you away from your dreams, the very people that you have surround you don't see that somebody's trying to distract you as well. And those people, those very people that you have in your circle, right, can serve as the people who allow your tailpipe to get a banana in it, right? And so I want you to check out the last part of that scene, and then I'm going to give you the last 2 things.
Morning, officers. What y'all, the second team?
We're the first team.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. See, that's more natural for us. You've been hanging out with this dude too long.
Yeah, that scene always cracks me up. And so let me give you the last two things that you can learn from a banana in your tailpipe. Number 4, when it happens, somebody is going to throw it in your face. And so always be ready that when you get caught out there, right, when somebody is allowed to distract you, particularly when they do it intentionally, particularly when they understand that they're doing something to distract you, get you out of your lane, off your block, to move you off your space and out of your core, move you away from your spirit. Those very people that move you off your mark will be the same ones that throw it back in your face. And so you got to be careful about distractions and people who try to take you away from your vision, because ultimately when that happens, they will throw it back in your face. The last thing that you should know about the banana in your tailpipe is it doesn't happen the same way all the time. Some people know how to get you this way. Some people know how to get you that way. The key thing in this is to understand that somebody is always trying to disrupt the progress that you're trying to make. And when you're distracted from that goal, and when you're distracted from those things that you're trying to do, you give way for people to come in and do something to derail what it is you're trying to accomplish. Somebody said something to me last week and it just blew me away, and I want to share this with you. It's the last point I want to make about this. And he said to me, sometimes when the devil finds out that he can't bend you backwards, he'll pull you over forward. And when he said that, I was like, whoa, because the visual of it just kind of really overwhelmed me. And basically what he was saying is sometimes we're in such a defensive position when we know that things are going to happen in our lives that's going to derail us from our goals, that we're in a stance that we don't allow anything to push us back or to bend us over backwards. But when the devil feels like that you understand that and he can't push you back anymore, sometimes he'll pull you over forward. And pulling you over forward means that he'll dangle things in front of you. He'll put things in your path. He'll put little distractions in that actually will entice you to get off of your mark. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's fame, sometimes it's people. But when you don't understand that there are things that can actually be placed in front of you to distract you and to cause you to fall just as much as you can fall going backwards, then you're susceptible to the banana in your tailpipe. This is Kenny Braswell with 5 Flow. Make sure you check us out on our partner sites, blaze1radio.com, as well as Fatherhood Today on Fly TV. And as I like to leave you, always be kind to others as you're kind to yourself, or you might find yourself by yourself. Always shoot high for your goals, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. I'm your man Kenny Braswell. God bless you, and I'll see you next week on 5 Flow. Peace.